more and more we listen to these extraordinary contributions of Swamiji, one thing that personally I like to share with all of you, that the hard work that Swamiji puts in, and the amount of things where Swamiji gets involved, pours life, and how so many things are becoming a possibility for just one person. This one thought, right? It always makes me more and more motivated in life. I'm sure all of you who have been watching these segments, this is one thing which always you will all be intrigued, right? How Swamiji is able to do everything, and how Swamiji is able to pour life in everything, and how he's able to find so much of time, so much of life energy. That is the secret of Hinduism. How Swamiji is, he is the epitome of Yaga, epitome of the person who is expressing life energy throughout the day. 24/7, Swamiji is expressing ultimate life energy, morning till night, in every dimension. And with 30 years of his hard work, he has made the Kailasa nation happen. The first nation for all Hindus, which Hindus have been yearning for more than 2000 years to experience this sovereignty that Swamiji has given it all. And this is the moment for all the Hindus out there living, practicing, persecuted Hindus, all of us, let us all come together and join in this celebration of glory of the Avatar. And today's day, we are going to be looking into the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in reviving the Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And we also have some beautiful speakers joining with us who are going to share their journey, how Swamiji has transformed their lives and how Swamiji has been preparing them to be part of this Bhagyanagara Kingdom's revival. So it is a beautiful journey that all of us are going to be hearing, learning, and seeing how Swamiji has been pouring life into each and every being. It's not just spending money in revival of kingdom, but rather it is about bringing authenticity, making people as Paramashivas. So that is the most important contribution of Swamiji in reviving these Hindu kingdoms. So now let's get ready to know more about these Hindu kingdoms and how Swamiji has been reviving these Hindu kingdoms. And like I mentioned before, today we are going to look at the Bhagyanagara Hindu Kingdom. So what you are seeing here in the picture is the temple. Back in 2004, when this Bhagyanagara Kingdom to Swamiji, how the temple was looking is what you're looking at the picture. So Swamiji was recognized and coronated as the king of the Kailasa Paramparagata Bhagyanagara Sarvagyapeetham. And this coronation was done by Satya Sai Baba himself. And just would like to share with all of you, Satya Sai Baba is an incarnation of Shirdi Sai Baba, who is the incarnation of Lord Dattatreya. So Satya Sai Baba himself, who is an incarnation of Dattatreya, he himself has recognized and coronated Swamiji as the king of Bhagyanagara Kingdom back in 2004. Yes, you heard it right. In 2004, when Swamiji was started the Kailasa, just all the beginning days, in that time itself, Satya Sai Baba has recognized Swamiji as an incarnation of Paramashiva, and he coronated Swamiji as the king of Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And we have very, very interesting facts around this coronation itself, which I would like to share. And Satya Sai Baba was on a mission to revive the traditions of Hinduism, and he wanted to restore the traditional Hindu kingdoms, as we all know. And he recognized and coronated Swamiji for this particular Bhagyanagara kingdom. And he personally identified Sri Puram. Sai Baba identified Sri Puram, which is the capital, which is Sri Puram in the Bhagyanagara kingdom, which is the modern day Hyderabad, we can say. And the Devi Rajarateshwari, she is the primordial deity, main deity of Bhagyanagara. And what you are seeing here is a silver deity. Just a couple of pictures before. Yes, that's right. So this is the silver deity of Devi, and she is the actual Moola Murti, the main presiding deity of Bhagyanagara kingdom, and where the worship is offered every single day. And because the main deity was not traceable, because of all the persecution that happened to this kingdom, Bhagavan Sati Sai Baba materialized the very same deity. What you are seeing here is the materialized silver deity of Sati Sai Baba. Okay, and the people of Sripuram, they all used to have visions of Devi protecting them, grazing them. So many villages around the Sripuram, they've all experienced Devi living with us till today. Right, so the entire kingdom is graced with the presence and blessings of Devi. And what you're going to listen is very, very interesting Leela, where Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba officially recognized Swamiji as incarnation, and he coronated Swamiji as the king of this Bhagyanagara Kingdom. You can actually see, right, how much important and valuable that Satya Sai Baba took interest in reviving this kingdom, because he materialized that Devi silver deity, and after which Satya Sai Baba himself recognized Swamiji. He is the incarnation of Paramashivam, and he is going to revive this Bhagyanagara Kingdom, and he coronated Swamiji as the king. And yes, we'll move to next pictures. They are very, yes, so what you are seeing here is the picture of Devi Rajarajeshwari, who is the main deity of so who is the main deity of Bhagyanagara temple. And I'm going to share how the coronation happened, the historic coronation happened in 2002. The president of Satya Sai Trust, Sri Srinivasan, and a group of devotees and the temple priest of Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba, all of them traveled to Adi Kailas and Tirunelveli in Vidadi, right? And you can see here Satya Sai Baba officially coronating Swamiji by performing the traditional rituals and ceremonies. Basically, this whole traditional rituals and ceremony lasted for 2 full days. Yes, literally 2 full days, and it was all performed by the temple priest, who was specially deputed by Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba all the way from Bhagyanagara. So all these priests, everybody were deputed to coronate Swamiji of this historic moment where he is going to become the king of Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And the rituals included reverential Homa ceremony and the Pada Puja, right? The Pada Puja is offered by the president of the Satya Sai Baba Trust. The Srinivasan is actually the person who's actually offering the Pada Puja to Swamiji. And now this 2 Swarna Padukas, right? The sacred golden Padukas and the golden crown, these were the gifts from Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba himself. Right? These 2 gifts were actually gifted to Swamiji on coronation, and this there is this particular golden paduka. It is worshipped even till today in Adi Kailas and Tirunelveli, like where we all offer puja every day at 6 a.m. to this golden padukas. And you may wonder what is so special about this golden padukas. Please understand, there is in the history of Hinduism itself, whenever an incarnation, for example, Parashurama, the incarnation of Vishnu, when he recognized the divinity in Sri Rama, then at that time he gifted him the celestial bow of Vishnu, right, which can only be held by the avatar of Vishnu alone. So whenever an incarnation recognizes an incarnation, they always gift something that can be held by the incarnation only. In the current age, we can see here a very rare occasion, incarnation of Dattatreya himself, Satya Sai Baba, is gifting this golden padukas and crown to Swamiji, honoring the incarnation of Paramashivam. And just with this divine blessings of divine blessings of Devi Rajarajeshwari, Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba is coronating Swamiji as the next king of Bhagyanagara Kingdom. Right? You can see here how beautifully Swamiji is receiving the Pattabhishekam. Yes, and he is coronated as the king. So, sacred crown Swamiji is wearing, and the gift that Satya Sai Baba has given to Swamiji. Yes, and the next you can also see how all the representatives of Satya Sai Baba are offering the Pada Puja, which is also the tradition right after coronation. How they're offering the Pada Puja and taking the blessings of Bhagavan. And Swamiji is blessing the Satya Sai Baba Trust president and his wife. Actually, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the formal offerings made by an enlightened being or an incarnation to another incarnation is a very rare happening. And it just not holds the traditional significance of honoring the divinity, but it very much holds the cosmic significance of declaration to the world, right? When an incarnation is offering the traditional respects to another incarnation, it is just not one more traditional ritual, but it is actually declaration to the entire world. That's Swamiji as Paramashiva, who's going to revive this kingdom of Bhagyanagara. Right? And also one more beautiful incident I wanted to share, which is in Devi temples, usually Shankaracharya only can install Meru, right? In our Bhagyanagara temple, there is a very huge Meru that is there, which Swamiji has energized. You can see here such a big Meru. And Shankaracharya on 8th century, right? He installed the golden Meru. Same way, following the same tradition, the giant Meru was installed in the Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And this particular Meru is installed by the Kanchi Shankaracharya Swamigal, Jayanta Saraswati Swamigal. He is the one who actually installed this Meru in the Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And a disciple of Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba is the Supraja Reddy. And she has housed this Meru in the Devi temple, in the Devi Rajarajeshwari temple of the Bhagyanagara Kingdom. And she was instructed, she actually gave this temple to Satya Sai Baba. At that time, Satya Sai Baba told the right owner of this place will come. So he did not accept it. And when Swamiji happened, Satya Sai Baba coronated Swamiji as the king and offered this temple to Swamiji for its revival. So above on the divine instructions of Satya Sai Baba, she gifted this entire temple along with the Meru that Jayendra Saraswati Swamigal had installed in Bhagyanagara Kingdom to upkeep the temple and to revive the beautiful Bhagyanagara Kingdom to its original glory. So you can see here how beautiful the entire happening, isn't it? And Swamiji himself is performing all the pujas and rituals in this temple. You can see here how this beautiful happening. Yes. And now what we are seeing here is the current day, how Swamiji, after 20 years, this entire ecosystem is completely revived. You can see here from how it used to be before to how it is now. 20 years of hard work that Swamiji has put in reviving this Bhagyanagara Kingdom. It is truly a sight to be seen. And it is not just reviving the Ten Kingdom, it is reviving Kailasa, all the aspects of Kailasa, whether it is Annadan, whether it is the Devi worship, whether it is Goshala, whether it is organic agriculture, every single thing Swamiji has revived in this ecosystem. And it is all done by Swamiji's hard work, where it is not just by spending money, it is actually by making people, which is the most difficult thing in this world today, because all of us are carried away by materialistic desires. We just forget, we are deluded to the existence. What is the purpose of our life? We just completely forget it. As Hindus, what is our real responsibility is something we are totally not clued in. Swamiji has happened exclusively for each and every one of us for our yearning to fulfill us all. Today, the devotees who is going to come to us, come and share with us their journey, you will see how Swamiji literally shaped each and every being, making them to realize their purpose of life, making them to understand what for they have happened, and making them part of this entire revival system. It is very easy for Swamiji to do it all by himself, right? It is extremely easy for him. He is the Paramashiva. He has all the powers, but he has happened for making us to do and fulfill our own lives. So that is the important aspect. You will see how people from different backgrounds of life, they have all come from, how Swamiji literally changed their lives just by giving a glimpse of everything. And from there, how Swamiji has transformed their lives and made them to revive this entire kingdom. And what you are seeing here is the Kumbhabhishekam pictures of how Swamiji did the entire Kumbhabhishekam in 2004. Here you can see the grand Kumbhabhishekam, how the Swamiji is initiating all the sannyasis to take the Kumbha, and they're all giving the sacred ceremonial bath to the temple. Yes, you can see here how Swamiji is re-energizing the entire temple by doing this Kumbhabhishekam, and the sacred ceremonial bath Swamiji is giving to the temple tower. And there are so many eyewitnesses who can share elaborately on how Swamiji presided this entire Kumbhabhishekam. The details that Swamiji went into on how to tie the kalashas, and what is the significance of doing all these pujas, and how Swamiji, each and every devotee who visited the temple, Swamiji ensured they all get the darshan, They all understand the Sri Vidya Puja. There are so many people who knew about Sri Vidya Puja and Chandi Homa only on that day when they visited the temple in 2004. Yes. And Swamiji also did the Annadan on that day. And all of them, literally, they all experienced Devi's grace on that day. There are several eyewitness testimonials who used to say when Swamiji performed this Kumbhabhishekam on that day, they all heard loud sound of Devi, literally loud laughter of Devi. And even till today, the same laughter that they all experienced from Swamiji, they are all able to listen to it even till today. You can see here there are lingas. There are lingas around the temple, and all these Shivalingas were also re-energized by Swamiji. Literally, he did the Prana Pratishta for all these deities in this temple, and the devotees and disciples of the Bhagyanagara Kingdom, the citizens of Bhagyanagara Kingdom, all of them were invited for this grand ceremony where they all experienced the grace of Devi Rajarajeshwari through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji. Huh? Sorry, what is it? Are you? Yeah, no, yeah. She actually shared the image. You see, in the Zoom chat also it was shared. revive this Bhagyanagara Kindom. It's my pleasure to welcome Sri Girijananda Ayya, who is the Mahant of this Bhagyanagara Kindom today as we speak. And he has personally been trained by Bhagavan to run the Helasa. So it's such a beautiful journey he has, how his life literally transformed from how he used to be back in United States and how his life literally changed after having the darshan of Swamiji. So it's my pleasure to welcome Girija Ayya, and he's going to share his journey of being with Swamiji.
Nithyanandam. Nithyananda, everybody, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences with Swamiji. Yeah, so how I got connected to Swamiji. So I used to work for various medical systems in California, in Bay Area. There, actually, I met Swamiji in Los Angeles for the first time when he was inaugurating the Vedic temple in Montclair. That is the first time I saw Swamiji. Just looking at Swamiji, I don't know what happened to me, some divine feeling inside, some blissful feeling. I never experienced that before. So I have experienced something great at that point. The moment I looked at him, something just happened in me. So it arose interest in me to know more about him actually. So it was a 3 days, so it was a long time. 3 days I spent time with Swamiji. Swamiji was doing Prana Pratishta to the temple with all the deities, and the several events conducted, meditation program and some puja, special puja, Sri Vidya Puja. So I was connecting with him, and the one such experience, profound experience I want to share. So earlier I used to think that with mantras, what can happen? I was just hearing here and there, but never had any experience. What can mantras do? I was thinking. But I have registered for one such Sri Vidya Puja that Swamiji was personally conducting during that 3 days event. And he asked us to focus on, put our awareness on Manipuraka Chakra. And he started chanting the mantra. The moment he started chanting the mantra, some intense vibration happened in me. I don't know what happened in me, but intense vibration and very blissful experiences happened. So that then I have realized, later only I came to know that it is Kundalini awakening. So I saw Swamiji transmitting so seamlessly just with the mantra, gave that experience. Then it was the complete, the trust that had that happening has happened, meeting the Guru, and since then I was started involving more with Swamiji, and in the 3 days got to know more about him, and he conducted he was at that time I was giving Shiva Sutras. He was delivering Shiva Sutras, and gave an experience with a meditation that he conducted during that time. And back then I went back to San Jose, and in San Jose was don't have the temple at that time. That time only in San Jose there was just a center, but temple was not there. So Swamiji announced the temple for San Jose, and during it was a Christmas vacation, building up of the temple, all the pitams, so it was such a wonderful, beautiful experience, completely building the temple from scratch. That kind of experience I had. And since then, every day coming to from work, directly coming to the temple, and spending time in the temple continuously. And that has changed my life altogether completely, I must say. Before I was just after work and every weekend, just go to, weekend parties and all that used to happen. But now my lifestyle has completely changed to being involved with temples and connecting with deities and meditation. the deep fulfillment that is happening, because many of the unknown dimensions of me has awakened in me. I never know that, I could do so many different things, doing pujas, doing conducting meditation programs and doing yoga, all that. So many different dimensions of me has opened up. Swamiji has awakened and gave me an opportunity to transform, to experience life to its fullest. So that was the start point, and all my life has changed for, all the friends that used to be there before. Suddenly, I just got pretty much cut off from them, experiencing all this. And the lifestyle has totally changed. And later, there was an announcement, that who wants to become an Adinavasis and all. Suddenly, both of us, myself and Magirija, at that time, we didn't have any discussion earlier, but all both of us suddenly, we just want to do it. There was no prior discussion, nothing, no. Suddenly, we see that, we want to become an Adinavasis, just like that. Just that has happened as far as. It was not a difficult decision at all. It's just a seamless decision. That's where we always wanted to be, and that's happened with Swamiji. So that is my experience with Swamiji. Since then, gotten up in LA temple, we had an opportunity to do daily abhishekams, learning new things. I was never a temple person. Suddenly, I don't know from where I was I'm chanting all the mantras, going through the rituals. I mean, I guess surprised how I was always wondering how could I do all that? When did I learn all that? I realized it's only Swamiji's grace, and it is he who is doing all that. He's giving all the training and everything, and that's how it started with Swamiji. And after that, came back to Adinam, and
Yeah,
came
if
back.
I may, just wanted to add here, it is when Swamiji is reviving these kingdoms, it is not just the infrastructure alone. It is really building people, building beings. Just hearing Sri Girijaya sharing, the one thing which I wanted to highlight here is just before meeting Swamiji, the life used to be full of partying and going out everywhere, and just having that one glimpse of Master, glimpse of Guru, without any effort, they were able to simply, uh, get into the lifestyle of Kailasa, building temples, learning mantras, pujas, which they have never ever done before, but they were able to do it so beautifully, so seamlessly with the grace of Swamiji, with the grace of His blessings. So that is the power of Guru. When Guru happens in our lives, we realize our true self, and that is exactly what has happened in Sri Girijaya's life. And so beautifully, later after 2000, in 2011, the couples, Sri Girijaya and Ma Girijaya, both of them were ordained to, run the Sri Paramadinam under the guidance of Swamiji. So there are so many more beautiful moments which are coming, which will be shared here to all of us. And we also have more devotees who are coming here to share. Back in 2004 itself, when Swamiji used to conduct the ASP, Atmasmarana program, how Swamiji's one sentence literally changed so many people's life. When Swamiji revealed that what really happens at the time of death and what is the highest potential of a human being by awakening the Kundalini energy through clearing all the chakras in that ASP program that I'm talking about, how it has simply shifted life of a devotee. Joining with us also is Pradyumna from Hyderabad Adinam, who's a very long time devotee. Since 2004 till now, he's always been around, living around the temple and doing all these sevas for Devi Rajarajeshwari. So it is my pleasure to welcome Pradyumna Aya to
Nithyananda.
Yes. Nithyananda, please share with us.
When I was doing my graduation, is the time. Actually, one of my relative who has attended the program of Swamiji in US, and they informed us that Swamiji is coming to Hyderabad, and he will be having a satsang at Satasainikam. And then there will be a Ananda Purana class that Swamiji would be conducting. So they are the one who sponsored for me to connect the program, because I was under education still. That it was like from the agriculture background, it was like a struggle for us financially to continue my education as well as. So they wanted me to have Swamiji's blessing. So I was volunteering for this satsang that Swamiji was conducting in the Satyasai Nigam. So I was just volunteering. I was just outside the auditorium with my friends who were helping the participants to register for the program. So Swamiji was answering the questions of few of the participants. So Paranapriya told, like, one of the participant asked, like, what would be the effect after when we leave the body, how we take the next birth. So even had this question deeply, like, what is this karma, uh, what is punya, how we live, all big ideas I have never had a clarity, because everybody was saying their own way, which was not giving the clarity in me. So Swamiji answered this question in a single line, that you take the next birth from the peak moment of your experience that you have experienced in this life. So that gave me a huge click and clarity. Like in a one sentence, Swamiji literally cleared all my questions. Like it is so clear the way Swamiji told, like the peak moment of your life. From that point, you will take next birth. So even that answer still, it is revealing a lot of things to me currently also, like the Swamiji initiations, what he gave, the power manifestations, what we are going through, the peak moments that we are experiencing in the breathing space of Master. Every moment is so important, because that single glimpse of experience that we are going to experience, that literally will be carried forward. So the truth that Swamiji revealed is too much for me. Like and the next day, the Swamiji ASP program that he was about to conduct, I was just waiting for it. I was just waiting to hear more from Swamiji. And during that Anandaspurana program, Swamiji was uh, making us go through different techniques where we can energize our whole chakras. So in that third eye initiation is what Swamiji used to give at that time, where we were used to sit close to him and we used to gaze at Swamiji. And I was very shy person. I never used to open up. But few devotees, after that process, few devotees shared their experiences, and few saw Krishna, few saw empty chair. Like they had their own experiences. And I saw Venkateshwara and Shiva's darshan. So I did, before meeting Swamiji, I used to meditate on Shiva and Venkateshwar Swami when I was very kid. So even I had so clear darshan during that time. So, and at the last, Swamiji made us go through the gratitude meditation. And the gratitude meditation, the kind of things that Swamiji revealed, the kind of space we should carry. Swamiji even asked us to thank the enemies, that we really cherish enmity, means that we won't like remembering. Even he asked us to say be thankful to them, because of that you are sitting in front of me. So that kind of a thing I never heard from anybody in my life, like to even be thankful to enmity, that literally those words melted all the enmity towards most of the person whomever I had so much of vengeance and hatred. Literally that got melted away in a single moment. The kind of clarity Swamiji gave, that the gratitude space literally he installed in me, and the kind of clarity he gave me to continue my journey in this path, and uh, Swamiji for happening in my life.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's really so beautiful the way you shared it, because We can, I would like to share here in 2004, right, when Kailasa's humble beginnings, when Swamiji used to conduct a full 2-day program, the life that he poured in each field. Please understand, if Pradyumnaya is able to remember the exact words after 20 years, after 2 decades, he's able to remember the exact lines, what shifted his life. It is something extraordinary how Swamiji builds when he says one person at a time, one being at a time. It is truly, it's like that. Because otherwise, 20 years later, one person cannot remember the exact line that Swami shared about even to your enemies, be grateful. Because of them, you are able to have the darshan of me. What a sentence, what a powerful cognition. Just like how all the Paramashivam participants today, and yesterday we have learned so many things about algebraic topography, about how we are able to, we have the possibility of seeing the telescope and as a microscope, how these sacred truths of Hindu cosmology is shaking our core being. Back in 2004, Swamiji is talking about having gratitude to even enemies, how those lines are also shaking the core of somebody, and he's coming here and sharing that. So valuable, so beautiful, Ayya Pradyumna, I would like to share with you. And also now, let's also learn about more things that Swamiji has done in reviving this entire ecosystem. Firstly, about the deities. Each and every nuance of this deity, how the deity has to be decorated and how the worship has to be done, how the puja has to be done, performed. Everything was personally guided by Swamiji. And Sri Kirijaya, the Mahant of Sri Paramadinam, has lots of experiences with the Rajarajeshwari Devi. So he's going to share his experiences of worshipping and performing Abhishekam and puja to Rajarajeshwari Devi.
Yeah. So Rajarajeshwari is a living deity, is a deity, main deity, Moola Murti of Sri Param Sarvakapitam. So I had so many experiences with her. I can say that she's just a living deity. She simply responds to people prayers and manifests the desires they want. She simply answers that. So many profound experiences. And one such occasion, there's a Kalabhairava darshan has happened. Swamiji was giving Kalabhairava darshan, and you can see the Devi laughing after that. You can see her face literally. She's laughing profusely. With some pictures with it taken, and you can see the deity is really alive, and responding. And I want to share another experience. Earlier, I used to hear that, the local people, the devotees over there were telling that the deity is moving around, so many people had a darshan of Devi, is listening to anklets of, the Devi moving, the anklet sound. They used to hear that. But one day, one fine day, that experience has happened actually. So one fine night, I had to go somewhere out actually on some work, some work. I had to go out. And Magirija, she was there all alone in the temple. She was there all alone in the temple. And during there was a threat to her Adinam from the, some anti-Hindu elements. There was a lot of banging, door banging, all that sounds Magirija has heard those sounds. So she didn't know what to do because she's all alone in the Adinam. And even if she goes out, there's nothing much she could do. So all she was praying to Rajarajeshwari. Nithyananda, she was just remembering her and praying. And suddenly she started hearing the anklet sound. As though the anklets are coming, the sound of anklets are coming. The sound is coming up, going up and going down. As though she's walking like in the corridor, something like that. As she is nearing her, the anklet sound is coming up, and as she is going away, the anklet sound is getting reduced. She could profoundly hear that. And just a few minutes after that, the banging of all those things, just stopped. So that kind of experience, and not just Magirija, many people have heard that. Some of the devotees, they were during the Navaratris and all, they heard this anklet sound and all that. These things are happening, and I heard many devotees there how their prayers are getting answered. With the Sri Vidya Puja, we could see whenever we do Sri Vidya Homa and all that, in the Agni, you could see the form of Rajarajeshwari. all that experiences. And many people, I mean, some of the devotees, so I heard one devotee, she was not conceiving, and with just one puja of Sri Vidya puja, just one puja, simply she was able to manifest. She conceived within the good news. She conceived within a week. All those experiences I have seen with my eyes, and the when we do Abhishekam and all that, how she really loves, how she just keeps us, gives a bliss and answers our prayers is mind blowing. Actually, you have to come and experience that. She's just a living deity, I can say. So, actually, I mean, this you can't cover so many things are there to say one by one. When it's uh, I
Yes,
wish
I
she
had. I actually, like you're saying, she's a living deity, and Swamiji has done the Prana Pratishtha to all the deities of the Sri Puram Savangapitam right from 2004. All of you have seen those images, and she's really a living deity. I can remember back in days in 2015, when I visited I had the darshan of Sri Puram Savangapitam. At that time, as a family, we wanted to manifest wealth for attending the Bali Naravethi. So it was about 25 lakhs that we need to manifest. All I used to do was just come every day to Sri Puram Savangapitam and offer Abhishekam to Devi. So every day, 2 weeks, I did the Abhishekam. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I don't know how it happened. Literally, funds from nowhere happened. Somebody sold their land, and then they told they want to sponsor us for all the entire family to work for Diwali Naravethi. And it was such a breakthrough, huge breakthrough in my life for me to attend that program. And where I really, it was such an experience for me to be able to be part of that program. So I'm sure all of you, so many of you, want to be part of Paramashivam as I speak. And you are looking for how I can manifest wealth, how I can manifest time. There are so many obstacles in your life. I just would like to share with you all Kailasa ecosystems that Swamiji has energized. All around the world, there are so many temples. Please understand, every single temple that Swamiji has energized, he has literally installed gods. They are all living gods. Every single day, pujas are happening as per the guidance of Swamiji, as how it has to be done as per Vedamas. And these living energies, they simply, you don't need to do anything. Just connect with them with a simple prayer. You will be able to manifest it. Because I know for sure, from my experience, when I did 2 weeks of Abhishekam in the ecosystem, I had absolutely no resources to make it happen. I just had the intention and the prayer, sincere prayer, and everything that happened is Swamiji's grace and Rajarajeshwari Devi's grace. So, like this, there are so many more beautiful moments that we can share. And also would like to show other aspects of this ecosystem, the organic agriculture. Sri Girjaya, I'm sure you have so many wonderful things to share about organic agriculture, Goshala, every single aspect of Hinduism, and Hinduism Swamiji has guided personally to revive all these aspects in Bhagyanagara Kindom. So I'm going to request Girijaya to share with us more about the different aspects of this ecosystem that Swamiji has guided and how the entire community is getting benefited.
Yeah. So fundamentally, see, for enlightenment, Swamiji says that fundamentally for enlightenment, the purity of body is utmost importance. And he was saying that he was sharing that even if 1 gram, 1 milligram of chemical is there in your body, then you cannot manifest the power. You cannot manifest the deeper dimensions of enlightenment and all that. So that is why so much emphasis on purity and all that. That's why in the enlightenment ecosystem, all the vegetables and all the flowers, many things, or even the farming, organic farming is the one thing that Swamiji has told us to do. And he has given the guidance how to do the organic farming, the organic fertilizers, be it fertilizers, using ancient techniques, that is solution is guaranteed, foolproof, and the simply that works, that kind of technique, where the one such thing is Jivamrutam. Jivamrutam is the Jivamrutam is prepared. It's an ancient technique where the cow dung, cow urine, and some other ingredients are added and fermented, and that is used to provide as a fertilizer for all the plants. And you see, it's a very chemical free and very amazing energy from the cows and all that. Simply the plants, it grows in a very beautiful way, organically and very healthy. So, and not only that, we have used the hydroponic system, the fodder system for cow feed, the fodder system, hydrophonically, the modern system where, the all the maize, corn, and these things are hydrophonically grown, where with very less water and purely organically grown, and that is fed to the cows, bringing a lot of fiber, proteins, and the cows are healthy. So much it contributes to the life. And the vegetables are grown organically, and that is what we feed for annadan. For all annadan, we conduct every weekend annadan from 2007 onwards. So that is what we use. And also we use the drips, the modern system of drip system. Here we are installing the drip system at in our adinam, to where less consumption of water, and organically grow the vegetables. So we are installing the drip system in this picture.
Yes, and the cows, not to forget about the cows, the living beings of the Sripuram Sarvangipitam, how they literally talk to Swamiji every day. They are connected to Swamiji. All the living beings of Sripuram Sarvangipitam, how they are connected to Swamiji. Would like to hear more about those stories, and how all the entire ecosystem, how they are all blessed and energized by Swamiji.
Yeah. So Swamiji says so beautifully, Go Brahmanebhyo Shubhamastu Nityam. When you take care of cows, finished over, everything is taken care of. Everything you can think of, everything just happens by itself. I can say that after having Goshala and doing seva to cows with Go Puja and all because of that, so much has happened in all our lives. And each of the volunteers who are doing seva actually share their experiences, how it has contributed to their lives. Here, every day we do Go Puja. Every day, the day the Goshala came up, every day Go Puja will happen. That's what it is. And from the cows, the milk we get, that milk is used for abhishekams in our temple.
Yes.
So Goshala is one of the biggest happening in the biggest ecosystem, I can say. Is one of the very key ecosystem component of Kailasa, Sripuram, where because as per the Agamas also, only the cow milk is pure cow milk is only used for abhishekams, and also for the homas, the ghee that comes out of the cow milk, that is only used for homas also. So
yes.
I mean,
that was so beautiful, Aya, how you shared all the various aspects of this ecosystem. And like this, there are thousands of Kailasas around the world where Swamiji is pouring his life to revive all these Kailasas. So requesting all the participants, whoever is inspired truly by this journey of reviving of this Bhagyanagara Kingdom, requesting you all to sign up for the Sarvangyapita. And as we are all getting ready for this amazing moment of the day, receiving the grace and blessings of the Nijavatara, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, who is going to grace us all with the Kalyana Sundaramurti. So let us all get ready and prepare ourselves to receive the darshan. Yes, as we are all getting ready to receive the blessings and the darshan, Bhavasamadhi darshan of the Nijavatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us all as the Kalyana Sundaramurti. Let us express gratitude, deep gratitude to Swamiji for reviving all these Kailasas for us. So with this, we end this session and would like to request all the Mahaparameshivam participants to stay tuned, and we are going to be having the darshan shortly. So thank you so much, the viewers, for joining with us from the digital platforms for this segment.